So we noticed some water under our sink.
Oh yeah. The first indication it was time to call a plumber is you see the bucket filled with water.
Yeah, and we were doing some digging and found some rust.
Oh yeah, so look up underneath the sink right here. You can see it's all rusted away. You can see water glistening right there. You know, and this is not that uncommon a problem. Let me run to the truck and I'll be right back with the parts we need. All right, Molly, this is the part you need. It's called a basket strainer.
Okay.
Now the part right here is stainless steel. You can see it here mounted into your sink, right?
Sure.
The water continues down through here and it connects to the regular drain line underneath. But all the parts below the sink, the parts that actually hold it to the sink, this bell and this nut, are actually not made out of stainless steel. It's made out of pot metal.
What's pot metal?
Could be anything. Pot metal is scrap metal. It's stuff on the manufacturing floor. The idea was you're trying to save money on the parts that don't need to be stainless steel. And technically, it shouldn't be an issue because these parts should never see water. So I think what might have happened is the initial installer might have left this a little too loose and water might have dripped down in between the sink and the strainer and gotten down and filled water into the bottom of that bowl.
Okay.
Now that water could sit there and just rust away that metal right there and the nut. So we just have to get this nut and the remaining piece off. We can replace it.
Sounds great.
All right, so we're going to start by loosening this top nut right here that holds the dishwasher tailpiece to the bottom of the strainer.
Okay.
And that's plastic, and that should loosen no problem. Okay. And this is a flange tailpiece that just butts up to the bottom right here. All right, so now I'm free to loosen this nut because there's nothing in the way. And let's see if it'll loosen. I may have to have it hold back. Oh, that's so rusted, so loose, it's easy. This, I think that really confirms the issue, that the original installer didn't tighten this up enough. And that's exactly why we have this leak.
Sure.
Look at this, completely rusted
Oh,
away.
wow.
There was nothing holding this. Look at.
Oh my goodness. This is peeling away.
So that's just loose. So. Okay. Okay, so that's just back off. So there's the nut. Now I'm just going to loosen this. Nope, not rolling right off. Okay. Look at this here. Look at it.
Oh wow.
See it?
Yeah.
It's completely rusted. That whole bell is one piece now, so it's completely rusted tight. So I could actually remove this pipe and try to beat it up with a hammer. But I do know that that is pot metal. Remember I talked about it?
Yep, yep.
I could actually melt it with a torch because it has a relatively low melting point.
Really?
A little excitement, but
Yeah.
you ready for that?
Sounds good.
Let me run to the truck again. Let's add the heat.
Okay.
Not much to it. That'll do it. That should come out now. It's going to be hot as a pistol.
Oh, that did the trick.
No match for the torch. All right, here is your brand new basket strainer right here. We really have to make a really good watertight connection to the sink. So you can see there's a gasket right here, and that actually sits underneath the sink, and then we tighten up the nut, it'll compress that gasket.
Sure.
But that's not the most important connection. It's actually going to be made with plumber's putty right here. So just grab about 1/3 of that cup, work it into your hands, and I need you to shape it into a snake.
All right. Can do that.
You have daughters, so you've worked with Play-Doh before.
Oh yes,
clay.
many a times.
Just make it long enough to go right around here.
Okay, how's that look?
Let's try that. Okay, perfect.
All right.
Now, I'm going to push this down. What I want you to do, and I want you to sort of push against this when I go underneath, and I want you to take these 2 screwdrivers and hold back against me as I try to tighten up the nut, okay?
Okay.
Hold on, let me just come on right there. Okay, that should start to compress a little bit, see it?
Yep, it's coming out.
All right, now I'm going to go pliers, and now you should really see it. Just hold back against me.
Okay.
And I think this is what the last guy didn't do probably, is to hold back so you really get a nice tight connection there.
Sure.
They needed you, Molly.
Yeah, and the muscle.
Good. All right. Now we need to reconnect this thing called a dishwasher tailpiece. See, it's got a branch right here for the dishwasher. And there's a couple of really important gaskets to make sure it's watertight. Here's the two choices. You can see right here. This is the standard conical compression gasket. You can see it's right here.
Oh, yep.
This is the top gasket. It sits up here. And now this is designed to sit right against this flange and to butt to the bottom of the basket strainer. So let me just catch that nut. Okay, there's that. All right, and I'll snug that up with a wrench afterwards. Now here is the other critical gasket. This is a standard compression gasket. And as I bring this nut down, you can see why they call it compression. As I tighten it, it's going to compress this gasket tight against that tube. Okay. I'll snug them both up with a wrench, but don't over tighten them because these nuts are plastic. That should do it. Good. All right, just clean up the last of that old putty there.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, ready for a test? Best way to do it actually is to fill the sink.
All right.
So give it a whirl. All right, Molly, I think that should do it.
Okay.
Just pull the plug.
Okay. Will do.
Hey, look at that. No leak.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right.
Great.